Okay, guys, let's talk about a story that happened to me a couple years ago when I was in gymnastics. So at the time, I was level 1. I had just started. So the coaches that I had, they were really, really rude. Like, really rude. So I never really liked those coaches that much, but I signed up for it anyways because I wanted to do gymnastics, and they were the only coaches that were available. So I signed up for them. I thought everything was gonna be fine, everything was gonna be perfect, like nothing wrong would happen. But whenever I started, I found out these teachers were really rude. And there was this one girl in my class, because it was just me and this other girl. She was like really good. She had looked like she was on a professional team, but I didn't know that at the time. So now I'm in level 2, same coaches. I later found out this girl was a professional gymnast. Then I told my mom. She was like, well, I don't care. You're still doing gymnastics. I paid for it. You can do it to the end of this month, and then you don't have to do it anymore. So I did it for about a month, and I was like, screw it. I'm just going to stay here. I don't even care. It's because I really liked gymnastics at that time. And then after I stayed, these coaches kept being my coaches. Like, they had insisted on being my coach, and with the same girl too. So like, I don't really know, because like these coaches were rude as heck. Like, literally, they made me do literally level 10 stuff, like back handsprings, and at the time I was 5. Like, I didn't know any of that stuff. And then when we did bars, this girl was like really good. Like, she had been on a professional team. But again, I was 5. I didn't even know how to do that stuff. So I kept getting really upset. Like, I kept going to the coaches saying like, hey, I don't like this. Can you like maybe bump me down? Maybe like give me easier tricks. Because again, I was 5. And I had to do like aerials and a bunch of that stuff. So like, it was really hard for me to like learn all that stuff so quickly. And again, I didn't even like know this coach. Like, because there was a new coach. I didn't even know that coach. So, like, she just randomly came. So, like, I was really confused. Like, really, really confused. So, like, I was like, hey, like, oh, what's your name? And she was like, well, why should I tell you? And I'm like, well, I'm in your class. I want to know what I should address you as. And she said, just address me as Miss. And I was like, okay, I can do that, but I want a coach name. Because, like, my parents, they get mad if I just say, hey, coach. And they want me to say, like, an actual name. So I told her that. She said, well, I don't care. You're going to call me Miss. And I was like, okay, I don't care. So I then get in trouble. That's just a lip balm, guys. Like, it's not a lip balm, it's like a lip mask. So like, then I get in trouble. She says, my mom says, well, you gotta do dance like another month since you didn't obey my rule. So I was like, well, she told me to call her Miss. My mom still didn't believe me. She talked to the coach. The coach lied and said, well, I told her to call me Coach Leah, because that's not her name. I'm just saying a random name because I don't want to say her name. So, like, she was like, I told her to call me Coach Leah. So at the time, we're just going to call me Coach Leah. And mom was like, I I'm so sorry. I'll, like, talk to her and everything. And I was like, when she started talking to me, I was like, she never told me that. She told me to call her Miss. And, like, all parents would, they would agree with the coach, because I literally was 5, guys. 5. So I was really upset. I went home crying, like, all that. Again, this coach was really, really rude. This just kept going on, like, literally kept going on. I kept getting in trouble. Eventually, I turned 7. I'm still with this coach. I move on to a level 3. I think nothing of it. I go in saying, well, maybe I have a different coach. Nope, same coach. And I get so sad. Like, literally, I get so, so sad. So then I'm like, Mom, I don't want to do this no more. This is really upsetting me. She's like, well, I don't care. You're going to do it. So I finished that year. My mom says, whatever, you don't have to do it no more. But then I start back up again with the same coach. Same one girl on my team. Again, I was not doing competitive. So yeah, that's why I was like so okay with this. So then I say, wait, no, I was doing competitive. So then I say, Mom, I really want to do gymnastics again. She says, okay, that's fine. I say, thanks so much, Mom. So then, I go back into it. I was like, okay, well, maybe the coaches have changed. They were even worse. Like, they were so rude. And then whenever I came, she made me do, like, consequences if I did a trick wrong. Like, if I fell out of my back bend, she would punish me. And at the time, like, the parents weren't allowed to go in the room. And they had blocked off at that time, because it was, like, around COVID. They had blocked off so nobody could see in there. Like, it's, like, some weird policy they had at that time. So then I was really upset. And I'm 9 now, guys. I'm 9 now. I don't do that no more. I do softball now. Yeah, so I was, like, going home crying every day. So eventually my parents took me out. And then I went to dance. But that's another story. That's another story for next time. Next time I'll do a dance story. How does that sound? So probably come back tomorrow to see my dance story. But that's it, guys. Hope you have a good day. And bye, guys.